Your Excellencies, dear friends, ladies and gentlemen, Salam Alaikum. It is a great pleasure being with you here today and to see these presentations. It is a pleasure, and in the same time it is highly impressive. It is highly impressive to realize the professional, but even more important, the holistic approach you are taking to develop sports. And you're taking this holistic approach in two different ways. It's both on the horizontal and in the vertical way. You're starting to build sports with the kids. You're starting in the schools, and even before, you're already addressing the parents. You make them aware which advantages it has to bring youngsters to sport. And from there, you build it up to the top events in this world. And by organizing 43 international events a year. I was always proud when I was still the president of the German IOC, and thought we would already organize quite a lot. But now, since I'm not anymore, I can admit the world record holder is Qatar, there in organizing big events. And you're at least so when you put it into a relation of your population, and then I think you're leading by far. And that means that you are not just looking for the candies for the big events, but that you're really making an effort to build sport from scratch, and that by doing so, you're setting a benchmark. You're setting a benchmark because you're not satisfied by just having the people consuming sports or watching sports on TV, but that you're getting them to play sports. And this is what it is about, and this is also one of the goals the IOC is pursuing with its Olympic Agenda 2020, where we say we have to get the couch potatoes off the couch. And therefore I was very pleased to hear last night from Sheikh Saud that how else could it be that you have another ambitious goal by saying that by 2020 you do not want to have any overweight Qatari people anymore. I only can tell you that this, for me, is not easy to accept because this would mean that after 2020 you would not invite me anymore to come to Qatar, and, but I would not like to miss my regular visits here to Doha and Qatar. But you're also developing sports in the horizontal way. That means it's not only just about playing sports. In the same time, you undertake to promote the values of sport. You're addressing issues of education. Still, you were showing the photo of your Olympic day in schools, and I'm till now I'm impressed by this experience at the time, how you manage to combine sports and education. Like the International Olympic Committee is undertaking with the Youth Olympic Games by having more or less the same concept that of course it's about playing sports, it's about competition, but in the same time it is also about education, it is about being a part of a society, it is about building society, it is about integrate into a society. And you're undertaking many more projects with the Olympic Academy, with the anti-doping lab, with your National Sports Day, and you're also promoting peace and understanding through sport. So it's really this holistic approach which has, and therefore I would like to congratulate you on behalf of the whole Olympic movement, which has created a real culture of sport in this country. The people, and this you can see in the streets, this you can see when you visit one of your community centers. This is what you can see when you attend one of your events. People are really embracing sports. They have got the message. They know what sports does good for them and what sports does good for your society, and that sports is in fact, as the former Emir has said, is the best means to invest into the future of a society and a country, because as I always say, you know, any money you spend for sports is not an expenditure, it is an investment. And it is an investment into the future, because I do not need to tell you the future of all our societies is education. And sports is an excellent means for education and an excellent means for integration. And in this respect, you have really achieved a lot, and I would like to congratulate you again for establishing this culture of sport, this culture of how sport can contribute to make society better. And this is something I think you should pursue also in the future. And this is matching also the goals of the International Olympic Committee. You know that we have started a dialogue in this respect about the Olympic Agenda 2020, which is indeed addressing just this holistic approach. And is not restricted just to the Olympic Games and sports as such. It is about the role of sport in society, and it is about opening up the Olympic movement to the society at large, to all walks of life, and to evaluate how sport can contribute better and more to the development of societies in the world. And for this, from the International Olympic Committee's point of view, we are understanding diversity as an enrichment. And for us, diversity is key. And with this diversity, we want to bring the Olympic movement forward, and at the same time creating a common understanding, creating unity on the principles. But then within these principles, let diversity flourish. Let us see how diverse our world is, and how good it is that we can see so many different approaches to this unity of sports, and how innovative the people they can be, having a common understanding, but still expressing themselves and expressing their common understanding in very different ways. And therefore, I'm also happy to have learned yesterday from Sheikh Saud that the Qatar Olympic Committee is preparing their statement to contribute to the Olympic Agenda 2020. We're looking forward to receiving this because we are sure that you're ready to share your good ideas with us. And this is also what the Olympic movement is about. It's about sharing and solidarity. And therefore we already now appreciate this contribution and can assure you that your contribution will be considered then in all the deliberations of the working groups of the Olympic summit we are going to have next summer, of the commissions, and then finally also in the extraordinary session of the International Olympic Committee, and that it will also, on the short term, maybe in one way or the other, influence the actions we are taking. Because I saw just now there one of the photos, the picture of the UN Secretary General, and I know that you will be celebrating this first ever United Nations Day on sport and for development and peace. We are in fact very proud that the United Nations recognized the efforts of the IOC in this respect. And we will go with the delegation now in the month of April. On the 6th of April, the Secretary General is not in New York, but we will go a little bit later. And there we will discuss how we can even strengthen this cooperation between the United Nations and the IOC, as the Secretary General expressed it at during his visit to the IOC session now and to the Olympic Games in Sochi. So also in this respect, I think we have a lot of common ground, and I'm really looking forward to develop sport together with you, to benefit from your ideas, and maybe if we are very lucky, maybe also to give you one or the other idea in this respect, so that it can be of mutual benefit, because this is always the basis of a good and stable relation that is for mutual benefit. So far we have always enjoyed it with the Qatar Olympic Committee, and I'm sure we will also do in the future. I wish you all the very best in all what you're doing for sport in Qatar and worldwide. And I'm really excited to share a great day of sports with you today here in Doha. Shukran, thank you very much.